Come on in, welcome to my home. Thought I'd do something easy today. It's a nice day outside. I don't want to spend all of my time in the kitchen today, so I thought I'd bake some rolls because I know I need some rolls coming up, and well, I thought I'd do these. These are so simple, but one of the things you have to remember is I have water here. This is warm water. It should be like the temperature of baby's bath water, or just warm without being hot. To that, I'm going to add my yeast. Now remember, all the ingredients are listed down below. You can check them out. This is so simple. I'm going to add my yeast, give that a stir. While I'm stirring that, I'm going to add sugar. I am using what is raw sugar. You can use whatever sugar you have. I've even done these with honey. It will work with honey. And why did I tell you it was a nice day and there are other things I'd rather be doing? Because a lot of this is sitting and waiting. Well, I'm not going to sit and wait. I'm going to go outside. It's really nice outside. All right, let's get this mixed up. Now, the easy part. The easy part is I'm just going to let this sit until it bubbles up and reaches about the top of a 2-cup measuring cup. And I'm going to keep track of it so I can tell you how long that takes because I never usually keep track of this. But I am in a nice warm house. It's about 70, 72 degrees inside. So we're just going to let this sit and keep warm. I will move it off of the cold piece of marble here. But we'll let this sit and let it bubble up. Okay, as you can see, our mixture has bubbled up quite a bit. And so I'm going to put it into what is my biggest pan that I have, my biggest bowl that I have. I'm going to put that in. There we go. To that I am adding sugar, oil, and we're going to start off with 2 cups of flour. Don't worry, there'll be more flour added soon. And my water. Then I'm just going to give this a light mix. You're like, that's not enough to be a dough. No, it's not. You're going to want to have another bowl ready that's been oiled. Now comes the boring part. Get this stuff out of my way. I'll rinse this out just a bit. Now, how much flour you're going to add is going to depend upon your day. If it is a very humid day, like there's lots of moisture in the air, you're going to add a lot more flour. If it's a very dry day, you won't add as much flour. It smells like bread. Now I'm going to add my sea salt. You can use regular salt. I do have the conversion of ingredient amounts for sea salt versus regular salt. We're going to add enough flour so that this becomes like a dough, a nice dough. That is still way, way too wet. You notice I am keeping one hand fairly dry because I need to be able to get the flour out without getting dough in my flour. All right, the dough is to the point where it's not really sticky, as you notice. So now, I'm going to take this dough, transfer it to my greased pan. I'll straighten that out in a second. Okay, so now, I'm going to take this, cover it, and put it in a draft-free place. We're going to let this rise for about 1 hour. We'll be back in an hour. All right, it's been an hour. Our dough has definitely risen. Now I'm going to do, should have floured my hands first. Now I'm going to do, after lightly flouring my hands, punch that down just a bit. Because I don't know how sticky this is going to be, put that over there. I have greased baking sheets. Flour my hands. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these into little dough balls and put them into my greased baking sheets. or baking pans. Sorry, these are not baking sheets, these are baking pans. You want to get about 48 out of here. Don't overcrowd them. And I'm going to make mine about golf ball size, approximately. Once your hands start getting sticky, that's what the extra flour is for. I'm going to quickly run out of space. Yes, I do have another pan all set up. This is going to form like those rolls that you see at Thanksgiving time that are all together. Hopefully I calculated this out right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these back in a draft-free place, cover them, and let them rise for another hour. Then we'll bake them. About 15 minutes before the hour is over, go ahead and preheat your oven to 375 degrees, and you're going to want to melt some butter. We're going to brush that over the top of our rolls. Alright, our rolls have risen a lot. I'm going to very carefully brush the top of this with a little bit of butter. I could have stopped letting these raise a little bit sooner, but there were other things I did have to do. How much melted butter you brush on top of these is up to you. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a little sea salt, and this is optional. You do not have to sprinkle sea salt over the top of it, but you can. Now I'm going to get these into the oven and bake them for about 20 to 30 minutes or until they're lightly golden brown. These are out of the oven. I know when you make yours, you're not going to overcrowd your pan. I overcrowded my pan big time. Oh, those look amazing. Alright, I'm going to use a little bit of the butter that I had left over that I'd melted. These are really warm from the oven. Let's give this a taste. I'm going to be honest. That's really good. I mean, honestly, really good. Took no extra equipment. I just want to eat all of this. I really do. Now, if you make this, let me know. You can get a hold of me on most social media at CM Coleman Home. I love making this stuff. This I'm probably going to actually use on sandwiches later on tonight, or make into you know what I mean. It's crispy. It has this light, airy texture. It was meant for butter. It is just amazing, amazing. Now, if you want to see the full recipe, it is down in the description. And let's go on to our next recipe.